Welcome to the Melbourne Montessori School's Community Finance Fund information video. Hello, my name is Sue Barrett. I'm a Melbourne Montessori parent and my family has been part of this school community since 2002. Today, we're going to hear from Gai Wales, our school principal and leader, and Dean Yates, our board chair, who are going to share with us the vision for our school's future and how the Community Finance Fund can help us achieve our goals. Welcome, Gai and Dean. Gai, if I can start with you. Our school was founded in 1975 with staff, parents and their extended families playing a huge part in how we got where we are now. Would you be able to give us a brief description of the evolution of our school and where we find ourselves today?
Yes, it's an inspiring story. We've come a long way from those early days when the parents were actually physically digging the trenches and laying the actual sewage pipes and so on. But we started actually as two separate schools, the one at Brighton and the one at Caulfield. Finally, we actually amalgamated the two schools not so many years ago. Since I've been at the school, we've added a Cycle 2, a Cycle 3 class, and now this year, very excitingly, we've started Cycle 4. So currently, we've got 6 Cycle 1 classrooms at Brighton, we've got 4 Cycle 2 classrooms at Caulfield, 3 Cycle 3s, and our very first Cycle 4. And of course we've still got our very early stage of the school where we've got parent and toddler groups that happen every week and 4 groups of our 2-year-old program, the early learners.
We're at a major transition point in our school's journey. Would you be able to actually tell us what the vision of our school looks like moving forward?
Absolutely. Being able to purchase the site at Brighton, the whole site last year, was an absolute game changer. It means that we can really start to think of improvement in the school, and we plan to have actually the entire junior school at the Brighton site, and then we would be able to have our secondary school at the Caulfield site.
What are the 3 or 4 most important things we need to get right to realise the vision of a fully integrated Montessori school?
I think we've got an opportunity like we've never had before. I think we need to honour that spirit of those early founding families and think of working as a community, working as a team. I think that we have to keep in mind our children all the time. I think we have to expect more from education, as we've been working on a lot. And I think that we have to think very creatively now about how we can all pull together and the different ways that we can all help bring this future vision to reality.
The MMS community is always full of ideas, initiative and endeavour. To help realise our future, we're embarking upon a social investment initiative with the MMS Community Finance Fund. Dean, as our board chair, I would like to ask you some questions to help us all understand more clearly what the MMS Community Fund is about.
The Community Finance Fund is a fantastic opportunity for everyone to invest in the future of the school. It's all associated with our purchase of the Brighton property, which was completed in 2014. The fund gives us an opportunity to finance that purchase in a sustainable and affordable way and give all the community an opportunity to be part of that future. In designing the fund, the board or the school has created a trust which will own the property, and the trust will issue educational notes to investors.
Why is MMS proposing to establish a community finance fund?
When we purchased the Brighton property for $5 million in 2014, we were able to obtain finance from the Commonwealth Bank of about $2.5 million. We were also able to receive a grant from the Commonwealth Government of $500,000. We were then very fortunate that some generous families in the community were able to lend us some funds to fill the gap that we had. But it was the board's intention to always open up that support to a broader part of the community and give everyone a chance to get involved. So the fund's that opportunity to broaden out the support, refinance the loans that the families were able to give us, and then move forward in a sustainable way into the future.
Who is the Community Finance Fund actually for?
It's open to everyone. It's open to parents, it's open to extended families, it's actually open to the public at large. The sorts of people who might want to look at this from a pure investment point of view are people who would perhaps normally invest in term deposits, particularly perhaps people who have self-managed super funds. This is a great opportunity to invest and get a very competitive return whilst helping the school. But of course, everyone in making that decision will need to look at the offer carefully and seek the appropriate advice.
So what you're saying, does that include grandparents, staff, parents, extended family members, past students?
Absolutely. We want as many people as possible to feel part of the school's future.
So what will the Community Finance Fund deliver for the MMS community and its investors?
So for the school, it actually provides us with a sustainable and affordable finance source going forward. For the community, it enables us to lock in the Brighton purchase, which was a fantastic opportunity for the school and a great milestone in terms of our strategy moving forward. And investors receive 5.75% per annum over 3 years, which is a very competitive rate. It's double what the major banks are currently offering on term deposits, and at the same time you get the added benefit of knowing you're supporting educational outcomes.
So how can MMS parents and the broader community support the Community Finance Fund?
All parents, we encourage all parents to fully consider the information or the offer that's contained in the information pack that's being sent to them. Make sure it suits their own circumstances, fully consider whether they'd like to be involved. Encourage other people to do the same. We want to try and broaden this out as much as we possibly can. If people want further information, we have a project team available to provide that. And if people are actually looking for confidential engagement, we've also got an independent liaison person who's available to do that if they wish.
When does the Community Finance Fund offer start and finish?
So the offer opens on 1 September and closes on 16 October, and we're expecting the education notes to be issued a week after that on the 23rd of October, and the term of those notes is a 3-year period.
And finally, how do people prepare themselves to participate in the Community Finance Fund?
Once again, read the offer closely, talk to as many people as people feel comfortable with, seek some financial advice, call the information line, talk to the project team, think it through. It has to be a decision that people feel comfortable with, but we feel like we've put together something that is rigorous and robust and something that people really should be considering.
Thank you, Gay and Dean, for your vision, guidance and clarity about the future of our school and how we can all get involved in investing in our school's future. And thank you for taking the time to watch this video.